On this Take in Baja Wineumentary miniseries, Josh visits Vinos Pijoan in Rancho San Marcos, Baja California, Mexico. In this episode, Pau, owner of Vinos Pijoan, takes Josh in for a tasting of 4 wines in what he calls his family series.
We'll do a quick tasting of what we call the family series, which is my youngest daughter, my eldest daughter, the one in the middle, and my wife.
And they're all named after the women in your life. That is really, really cool.
They're all named after the women in my life. So we'll start first with Silvana, which is a dry white wine made with three grapes, Chenin, Sauvignon, and a touch of Muscatel. It's a
okay.
Yeah, it's a very floral. It has no barrel aging. Very floral, very orange blossom, things like that. And then in the mouth, you can see it's a really dry white wine.
Yes.
Extremely good to go with ceviches, with oysters.
Yes.
It makes you salivate, so it's really that sort of wine that it'll make you hungry.
It does. It has at the beginning, it has a nice acidity to it that fades off gently, and it really ends up very nice on the palate.
That's right, yeah. So it's designed to be a wine that you start with it, and then you really get hungry and you eat with lots of gusto.
Gusto with gusto.
That's right.
All right, thank you. Excellent wine.
Thank you. The second wine is called Paula, is the eldest daughter. This is the young red I was telling you in the barrel room, which stays in the barrel for about 4 or 5 months. It's a young red for young people.
Okay.
It's very fruity, not complex, no harsh tannins. Goes fantastic with really classy food like pizza.
Okay. So like a Friday night, the kids get together.
That's
and
right.
They can drink this wine with a pizza, with
roasted chicken, the one pollo rostizado, which we eat a lot of.
Rotisserie chicken is one of my favorites.
That's right. So you see, no harsh tannins, no complexity, no leathers, nothing like that.
It's super approachable.
That's right. It's raspberries, strawberries, really this.
This is the kind of wine that, so my mom's not into wine, but she would love this wine because it's very, very tasty.
It's a wine designed for people who are starting in the world of wine, who really don't like harsher wines, more complex wines. It's an everyday wine.
To build the palate.
That's right.
Start to build your palate. Excellent.
And how many times we eat pizza and how many times we eat rostizado, pollo rostizado?
I mean, probably
a lot.
300 days out of the year for me.
That's right, yeah. Whereas the other wines that are for lamb or really
more
prime rib,
complex, gamier meats.
But how many times we eat those things?
It's very rare. Special occasions.
That's right. So cheers.
Cheers, Paul. Thank you.
Paula, the second wine.
Paula.
Right, Josh, the third wine is the third daughter, the one in the middle.
Okay.
This is mostly Grenache based.
Okay.
It's Grenache or Garnacha, as they call it in Spain.
Garnacha.
Is the grape from Catalonia. My parents came from Barcelona as refugees from Civil War.
Okay.
So it's a wine that I really, I'm very fond of it because it reminds me of my earlier days when I was living with my parents, that we would drink Garnacha from Spain.
So very, very sentimental wine for you.
That's right. So this is a blend of Garnacha, about 70%, 10% Syrah, and 20% Carignan. Okay?
Excellent mixture as well. Carignan is something that really does blend very well out here.
That's right. So it's a wine that goes very well, for example, with seared tuna. It's one of the most versatile wines I make. It goes well with a number of food.
It's very rounded as well.
It's very rounded, yes. Okay.
Excellent wine.
So mostly Garnacha. This is a wine that will last in the bottle for 4 or 5 years, whereas the previous one will only last in the bottle for 2-3 years.
So ready to drink now, save it for a couple years.
That's right.
Open it up and it'll be even better.
Or right now, yes, you can.
So both for that one.
That's
Excellent.
right.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So now we're gonna taste our premium wine.
premium wine. Okay, I've been waiting for this since you started with the white.
And who's the premium? The wife, okay?
Obviously, the queen.
Obviously, the queen.
The queen of the castle has to have the name of the premium
right,
wine.
and it's one of my... It was the first wine I made. It's always been a blend of Merlot and Cabernet, or Cabernet Merlot, depending on the year. Mm-hmm. It's almost 50-50, maybe 55-45. This one is 55 Cabernet and 45 Merlot.
Okay.
Compared to the other ones, this is a really complex wine. It has over a year. This specific vintage had 18 months in the barrel.
Oh, I get the oak on it, absolutely.
That's right. So
are you using French or American for this?
I use both, okay? So it's a wine that evolves very nicely with air. It evolves while you're drinking the bottle. It evolves while you're drinking your glass. It evolves throughout the time. So that wine lasts for about 10, 12 years at least.
Oh, excellent. So at 10 or 12 years, it'll be at its peak.
As you see, it's still the tannins. I don't like harsh tannins, so I think they're soft, but they're present.
You're 100% right, because they do fade very nicely. At the beginning, you get a little bit of that tannin note, but it's not overpowering. It doesn't coat your palate some heavy Cabernets.
That's right. I don't like those heavy Cabernets.
Those big Bordeaux blends that typically come out of Napa or whatever.
I like one glass, and then what you do with the rest of the bottle. They're really...
It's true. That's true. So, excellent. Well, no, these are excellent wines, Pau, and the quality definitely speaks to your passion for making wine. And I really appreciate the wine tasting here. Thank you so much. Cheers.
Josh, salud.
Salud.
Cheers.
Next on this Take in Baja Wineumentary miniseries, Pau sits down with Josh to further discuss Vinos Pijoan and to tell us a little more about how he got started as a winemaker. Subscribe now to Take in and Take on Baja.